I've got a haul to share with you guys today, and I'm going to start out with the new mini palettes by Colored Raine. You guys have heard me rave on and on about the Queen of Hearts palette. It's legitimately one of my favorite palettes ever. I use it all the time. In addition to that one, I bought their bundle of, I think it was a bundle of 30 eyeshadows. 35 eyeshadows, and I bought the palette too to put them in. This little bundle, I don't think this bundle is available any longer, but to try out more shadows because I love the Queen of Hearts palette so much, and I love the quality of Colored Raine's eyeshadows. They're really, really good. So I went ahead and pre-ordered the mini palettes off of their website, and then there was a savings if you purchased all four as opposed to buying them individually. And I'm wearing Berry Cute and 2 shades from Smoke Show on my eyes right now. So let me show you. I've got these 4 shades right here from the Berry Cute palette, and then these 2 shades right here, which are mattes underneath the brow as well for my look. And these shadows perform just like the rest of them. One thing that I did find about the palettes is, for me, it wasn't at all in one type of a palette. I found myself looking for other shades in the other mini palettes to incorporate in with it to create a full look. So as much as it may pain me to like destroy the little packaging, I'm very, very tempted to depot them because I just know I'll get more use out of them if I do it as opposed to leaving them in the palette. But anyway, let me give you guys some swatches. This is the Berry Cute. Each pan is 0.05 ounces of product, which is a nice amount of product. So this is Berry Cute, and I'm wearing 4 of the shades in here on my eyes today, which are these 4 right here. Maybe some swatches. 2 mattes in this guy. 3 mattes. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. Right there. These shadows blend really amazing. Very, very little fallout. I just really, really like their formula a lot. And then these guys. So that is the Berry Cute palette. This next one is Smoke Show. And these are the 2 shades that I paired with Berry Cute today in today's look. These are all 5 right here are matte, and then the black has got sparkle in it. And then these 2. So that one is Smoke Show. The next one is called Lovlies. And there are 4 mattes in this palette and 2 shimmers. These 2 are matte and these 2 are matte, and then the center shades are shimmer. Oh, I didn't wipe off that finger good enough. To boot, I swatched a white. Or swatch of that one. I kind of like dipped in, had some black on it. And then these bottom 3. This red is so pretty. Ooh. So that one is called Lovlies. And then this last one is called Beauty Rust, and I think this is probably going to be like the most popular one because these colors are all the rage. This one has got 5 mattes, which are these guys right here, and 1 shimmer. With this does have micro glitters in it, like gold ones, and that's this shade right here. So let me give you some swatches. Oh, that shade's pretty. And then these bottom 3. I wish this one had a matte highlight for me, then it would make me not want to depot them as bad, but because the other three do have highlight shades in them. Or two of them do. I don't think one of them does. The Berry Cute one was one where I was wishing for a matte highlight, so that's why I grabbed the Smoke Show. But these colors are really beautiful. Yeah, I'm probably, as hard as it's going to be, I'm probably going to depot them because I will get more use out of them pairing them all together than I will like with them in this format. Very lovely eyeshadows, however. I'm really excited for Colored Raine to come out with another larger palette like the Queen of Hearts palette. I just am obsessed with that palette. So moving on, I purchased some stuff from the Nars Manray collection, which is their holiday collection. And I swear I've seen like a larger eyeshadow palette in some of the promo pictures, but I haven't seen it available to purchase anywhere. I'm hoping that it's going to be one of those Sephora exclusive things and it'll show up eventually. But anyway, these are the items that I've got so far. This is the Nars Manray blush in the shade Fetishized. It's kind of a hard word to say, but it's one of the Nars blushes. It's got the little lips and it says Manray on there. This has got a sheen to it and it's just a really pretty corally red shade. Very pigmented. Like I've got to use a pretty light hand when I use this so it's not like overbearing, but the shade is really pretty. So that's Nars Fetishized blush. And then I also purchased the Glass Tears eyeshadow palette also from that collection, and I love when Nars does this super cool packaging. It's like a 50s type of a look on here. I just love the packaging when he does it like this. Last year's and the years before were also like this, but anyway, this one here's got quite a few dark shades. There's two mattes, which is a kind of a bone shade, and the black, those are matte. These other ones are shimmery. They're like deep jewel tones, so it's going to be like a pretty smoky eye. They all have very nice pigmentation to them, and they blend quite nice as well. So very pretty. Those three. And then the bottom three, these are all shimmer shades. It's pretty gold. It's like an old gold. So that one is the Nars Glass Tears eyeshadow palette, again with the packaging. And then lastly from that collection is the Veil cheek palette. And this again has got a cool print on the front. And then three face products. There's the Laguna Bronzer, a blush, and then like a highlighter shade. I've been using these two mixed together for a blush kind of shade because the highlighter is too deep for my skin tone, but I can make it work, like make the blush a little bit shinier with the highlighter, lighten it up that way. And then the Laguna Bronzer isn't like their normal powder bronzer, it's that newer formula. All three of these products have that gelée, baked gelée texture to them. Give you some swatches. And I've used this one actually quite a few times and I do like it. I'm contemplating buying this Gelée Laguna bronzer as well because I quite like it. It's a pretty shade and it looks pretty on the skin. This blush, I like that as well. It reminds me kind of the California, but let me mix a little bit of the highlighter in here so you can see kind of what shade it turns into. It just kind of lightens it up and gives it a little bit more shine. So that is the Veil cheek palette. And then I got two more items from the Fenty Beauty Galaxy collection. One is the 2-in-1 glitter release eyeliner in Nepturnt. I purchased the one with the blue reflective glitters, which I'm actually wearing right now, and I liked it so much that I went and got the green one as well. And I like both of these eyeliners. They have that sparkle to them, but they also remain very definitive and kind of throughout the day. Because I have hooded lids, so they tend to go up and down over the eyeliner. It kind of makes them shinier throughout the day, which is kind of crazy. Or you can rub it and get them shiny right away as well. That's why they call it like a 2-in-1. But it's got a nice brush applicator. So I'll put that on there, I'll let it dry, and then I'll rub it off. But I really like these eyeliners. I hope it's something that hits her permanent line. The formula could be just a little bit more fluid. I noticed since I've been wearing the blue one quite a bit, the formula is getting a little bit thicker as I use it. But I still really like the eyeliner. And then MAC came out with the Snowball holiday collection, so I purchased a couple things from there. I bought one of the eyeshadows and I got it, and it's that gelée formula and it's really pretty, and I was wishing that I would have bought a couple more of the single eyeshadows, but they're like sold out everywhere. So I've got 2 lipsticks, and the description of them online I feel isn't quite accurate. These are a little bit different looking than I had thought they were going to be. But the packaging on this collection is really beautiful. It's like this crushed foiled gold look. It's just really, really pretty. Super shiny. Geez, I'm having a hard time reading it. So this first one is called Holiday Crush. These are both frost finishes. And this one's just a little bit more brown than I thought. Like, I thought it was going to be more pink. So that one is Holiday Crush. And the other one is called I'm Glistening. This one's actually even browner yet. It's like a brownish purple shade. Again, a frost finish. They described them differently online when I was ordering them. So that one's I'm Glistening. Right there. Let me rub this eyeliner really quick too. Oh, I didn't let it dry enough. Dang it. But there you can see. Isn't that pretty? Super pretty. I almost bypassed the other Fenty Beauty Galaxy product that I purchased. And it's a lip gloss, and I have no business buying lip gloss because I rarely wear it. But I haven't purchased one in quite some time. So there's that. But this is the Cosmic Gloss Lip Glitter. And it's in the shade Spacesuit. I just saw like swatches of it, and it was like calling to me. That purpley pink one is calling to me too, but I'm like, no. So this is what this guy looks like. I love the packaging of this whole collection. And it's got like a, it's got a sweet vanilla smell to it. I like the smell of this one. So this one is Spacesuit. Right there. It's just a pretty shade. Super like, I feel like it's wearable. But back to the MAC Snowball collection, I purchased one of the face powders, and I got the shade Here Comes Joy. The gold shade looked like it would be too dark for a highlighter, and both the shades look too dark for a highlighter for me, but this one I thought I could make work as a blush, and I felt like I just needed to have something with the compact. The Extra Dimension Skin Finish, that really popular one, I can't think of the name of it right now, came in a set with a fan brush, and that just sold out like super fast. Otherwise I would have preferred to get that set. But anyways, I got the Here Comes Joy face powder. It's an opalescent face powder. This packaging is so pretty. I'm not crazy about this powder at all. It's created hard pan very easily, and I used a pretty stiff brush, and I really have to grind my brush in there to pick it up. And it goes on the cheek kind of like a peachy sheen, but there's not enough pigmentation to it to be a blush, and it's not light enough to be a highlighter, so it's just kind of like maybe a blush topper. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm just not crazy about the product itself. I think it, like, I'm really pushing my finger in there too to get product off of it. But it just, I don't know, it just doesn't, it's just not doing it for me. I feel like they pressed this product too hard in the pan as well, but... And then the single shadow that I got is called Frost Winged, and this is the Extra Dimension formula, and I really love that formula. Again, super pretty packaging. This I actually wore on the top of my cheekbones the other day as a highlighter, and I'm like, why didn't they come out with like that pretty compact with a large size of this? That would have been perfect. But anyway, this is called Frost Winged, and it's just a super pretty shiny color. It's got an ever so slight hint of like very, very slight golden green sheen to it. It's kind of hard to pinpoint. It's very, very slight, but I still think that this in a full-size version would have been super pretty. It does have little silver micro glitters in it. And then the last thing I got from that collection is one of the eye palettes. I wasn't going to go for one of them, but then I was like, just try one out. I had 20% off Ulta coupon, so I got it from the Ulta website. And they have switched up their formula in their holiday palettes. This is much, much better than the eyeshadows that they came out with last year. They were just not good last year. I actually ended up returning them, but this one is called the Snowball Eye Compact in Rose Gold. So the packaging is like a foily silver, and then inside there is a brush in here. It's a synthetic brush. I mean, in a pinch you could use it, but I probably won't ever use it. But these eyeshadows are much nicer than last year's shadows. So there are two mattes, the brown and this kind of transition. This one's kind of a satin shade, and then two shiny glitters in there. these are much nicer than previous matte collections. And then these three. Oops. Aren't those nice? Those are like so much nicer than some previous holiday palettes, eye palettes anyway. So that's the rose gold one. And then Chantecaille comes out with a eyeshadow palette every year that donates a portion of, I think it's 10% of the proceeds to the cause that like the palette's based off of. So they came out with the Save the Forest eye palette. There's 0.42 ounces of product in this guy, which is a ton of product. Like the shadows are huge. These are all shimmer shades. Let me show you how cute the packaging is. This is one of my favorite things to collect too. It's got a little gorilla on there. And then the eyeshadows are embossed with like a gorilla. There is an overspray on all 4 of the shades. So if you can see, I swatched them underneath. They're mostly kind of like a satin. Some of them are a little bit more on like a shimmer satin. But I'm going to try to swatch these without like ruining too much of the little pattern in there, which I know, right? Well, these are removable too. All the Chantecaille eyeshadow palettes, that you can pull the shades out of them. I know I'm just going to ruin these gorillas, but it's a very neutral foresty type eyeshadow palette. And Chantecaille eyeshadows are very, I guess the best way to describe them is elegant. Like when I wear them, I feel like they're very pretty without being like in your face or over the top. Like just a really elegant eyeshadow. So that is the Save the Forest eye palette from Chantecaille. Then I was in Ulta not too long ago and I seen this display for some Revolution products, and I saw this, it's called Ghost Lights. It's a vivid baked highlighter, and it's from Makeup Revolution. The texture on this guy it's quite dry feeling, but it is a baked product. And like when I first opened it and swatched it, I'm like, man, this is just like dry and it doesn't feel very nice. But I put it on and it's not like in your face shiny like extra dimension type highlighter, but it provides a really pretty sheen to the skin. And this one is light enough where it gives my cheekbone like a lift. So it is really pretty. It's just a little bit more subtle than some of the highlighters that are coming out nowadays. I've actually got it on the top of my cheeks today. There's like a skull embossed on the inside. It's got a pink duochrome to it. So that is what she looks like, and then I'll buff it out a little bit. And it's quite pretty. See the pink shift in there? So that is the Ghost Lights Vivid Bake Highlighter from Revolution. I thought about doing a video on this next palette, but then I just kind of never got around to doing it, and it's been out for a while. But this is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk eyeshadow palette. I purchased the first one as well, and it's okay. I wasn't like crazy about it. This one, however, I'm crazy about it. This is a really beautiful eyeshadow palette. There are 18 eyeshadows in here, and they're about 0.05 ounces per shade, which is a decent amount of product. The cover is super pretty, and then it's got this inlay in here. And I'm actually going to keep this insert. Normally I throw them away, but I think this is really cool, so I'm going to keep that. And then there's a mirror in there. The packaging on this guy is a much more substantial, sturdy cardboard than the first one. That was something that kind of threw me off too, based off the price tag of the first one. Like the cardboard packaging felt so cheap. While this one is still cardboard, it feels a lot more substantial than the last one. But these colors are stunning. There's only one shade that I'm not nuts about, and that's this guy right here, just because you have to kind of take your time to use it, because otherwise you'll get glitter all over your face. It is like a pressed loose glitter. Like, oh my gosh, I was just living for this color. This shade's beautiful. Let me swatch a couple of them for you guys. Oh, this color's so pretty. And what else should I do? This guy. The pigmentation on these is great. The blendability is great. The only shade that I had the fallout with, isn't that beautiful? Was that pressed glitter. Otherwise the fallout on the other shades wasn't bad at all. They blend really great. this is just a really stunning palette. Do you guys want a separate video on that palette, or maybe like a get ready with me, or like a demo look with all the swatches? Let me know. I don't know. I've seen it like everywhere. So I just thought I would just throw it in a haul video. And then lastly here, I've got some things from Colourpop. I purchased their 2 new eyeshadow palettes. There's actually 2 more that came out since these 2, which I ordered. I think it was last Thursday they released. I haven't gotten them yet. But in the interim, I got these 2 and one of the highlighters, and they came out with a My Little Pony collection with actual, these are the real, this is the OG real My Little Pony right here. So I kind of feel like somebody listening when I was with the bug-eyed My Little Ponies. But anyway, I love this. I love that they use the old school My Little Ponies on this. It's super cute. I've got the other 2 pressed palettes from Colourpop as well. And for, I think, what are they, $16? Yeah, pretty sure. 0.03 ounce pans, which is a slightly smaller pan than medium, but there are 12 shades in here. These little palettes are totally worth the money. They have nice pigmentation. They blend really great. They're really, really nice eyeshadows. So this is the My Little Pony palette right here. So cute. And then the shade names are on the back. And then here are the shadows. I did wear this, when was this? It might have been 2 weeks ago now. Because I purchased this right when it came out on the website, and I literally felt kind of like, that day anyway, I felt like a unicorn. There are 4 matte eyeshadows in this palette, this white, kind of this berry shade, and then these 2 right here are the matte shades. The rest have a lot of shimmer in them. Let me swatch a couple, let me swatch them all. I'll swatch all of these for you guys. Super nice. Here's the top row, and then the middle row. And then the bottom row. Super pretty. And I just feel like these are so nice and so affordable because the pigmentation is there and they blend really nice. Super pretty, right? From that same little My Little Pony collection, I purchased the highlighter. This is the pinky one. I think there were 2 that came out. One was a little more orange. This is like the powder version of the Fenty Beauty, what's that, confetti stick that came out. This reminds me of the powdered version of that stick. So like that down first, this layered over the top. It's like unicorn vibes, man. There was a little embossing on there, but I've kind of ruined it. And there's the cover. But it's a pretty duochrome highlighter with like a purple pink shift to it. Isn't that pretty? And then the other eyeshadow palette is called I Think I Love You Pressed Powder Eyeshadow Palette. That's what the inside looks like, and the shades on this are on the back as well. This is a great neutral palette, and the shiny shades are super shiny. The mattes are pigmented and blend nice. Just, again, I'm super impressed with these little eyeshadow palettes, and they're super affordable. There are 3 solid mattes in this one, and that's this brown right here, this brown, and then the black. The highlighter is kind of a satin with some really fine little like sparkles in them, but it leans like more satin matte, but it does have those sparkles. So a bunch of really pretty shiny shades in here too. This is such a good little neutral shadow palette. Some of these companies have just been coming out with some great stuff. It makes me want to ditch like a lot of other eyeshadow palettes. Isn't that nice? That is so pretty. And then this middle row. I'm just living for some of those like metallic colors. And then the bottom row. This gold is super pretty. So that one is the I Think I Love You eyeshadow palette. Like, talk about an awesome palette, and for only like 16 bucks, man. So that's all for the haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.